start by telling us who you are, what your channel is, and what it's all about?
Yes, sure. So for those of you that don't know me, my name's Danny. My channel is Try to Be Iron. Okay, and I suppose it stemmed from a blog that I used to write. Well, the blog's still live, so if you go to trytobeIron.blog, you'll find all the old posts, and it was quite popular. And I sort of moved from that into YouTube because, I've always had an interest in video, and my blog was always there to document my progress and also sort of a record for me, but also to help others. And yeah, I thought I'd move into the YouTube world and try and create some videos, and that's kind of where it's gone from and why it's sort of there.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I've got 13 quickfire questions to find out about you, and then at the end I've got a bonus question which is more dedicated towards multi-sport.
Okay.
So, ready when you are?
I'm ready. Don't trip me up.
So the first one is, do you measure in miles or kilometres?
Ooh, either, I'd say.
Okay.
I can change between both. Yeah, no problem. Miles or kilometres, I don't really mind. Probably more miles, I'd say.
Fair enough. The second one, do you prefer the road, the trail, or the track?
Ooh, probably the road, because I'm not keen on mud.
Fair enough. Question number 3, do you prefer sports nutrition or real food?
Oh, certainly real food, yeah. Although that doesn't mean to say I don't use sports nutrition, but
yeah.
I try and use real food mostly.
I think there's definitely a time and place for sports nutrition, but real food is a good
certainly in the longer events, I kind of interchange, so I might have food and then followed by a gel and that kind of thing, but yeah, mostly food.
Lovely. Do you prefer flat routes or hilly routes?
I'm quite light, so I prefer the hilly routes really. I quite like climbing hills, so
Nice.
probably plays to my strengths.
Fair enough. Do you prefer training late in the evening or early in the morning?
I'm an early man. I'm an early man, yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
No, but definitely early. I tend to, by the time the evening comes, it's you're putting it off, so I'm an early bird.
What's your bucket list race? So that one race you would really like to do?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think probably Challenge Roth in Germany.
Okay.
I mean, most triathletes would probably like to do the Kona experience,
Yeah.
and yeah, I wouldn't, not do that if I had the opportunity. But I think for Challenge Roth, just the crowds and the atmosphere just looks amazing. So that's certainly the race that I'd like to do most of all.
Do you prefer short, fast training sessions or long endurance training sessions?
Now that I'm getting older, the long endurance ones, yeah, the short, sharp stuff's great, and it gets you pretty fit pretty quickly. But I think as I'm getting older, I'm more injury prone, so the longer sort of endurance stuff is much more, me. I think.
Do you train with music or without?
If I can train with music, I will train with music. Because I do most of my training early morning, I can't go into my room and pump the music and wake everyone up. So, but when I do train, or when I can train with music, it will be nice and loud and in my dedicated training room that I have upstairs. So quite lucky to have that.
No, lovely, definitely. Yeah, we've got part of a room which has been set as a training area, but haven't managed to get a designated training room yet. That's next on the list of room redos. The next one, do you stretch regularly, yes or no?
I'm probably, I'm not a great stretcher. I might do it occasionally, but no, I tend to do it more when I'm injured.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty bad at it, really, honestly. I've come home from this triathlon this morning and I've not stretched. So
yeah, I'm pretty bad at stretching unless I've injured myself, and then I realise I need to do it a bit more frequently.
Yeah, it's only when you realise it, you think, no,
it's one of my weaknesses that I really need to work on. So yeah, I'm with you on that one. And the next one, do you prefer training in hot weather or cold weather?
I'm a hot weather person. I raced this morning in freezing cold conditions and I hate it. I just can't perform when it's cold. So, and I've done some really hot races, like I did an Ironman in France, and that was 38 degrees. Although it's tough, I think I prefer it over cold, certainly.
Fair enough. Do you prefer an isotonic drink or plain water?
Depends what I'm doing. I'm a water guy. Yeah, I do like. I drink quite a lot of water during the day. So I'd always go to that. But if I'm in a race or something, then yeah, something a little bit more hydrating and with sodium and that kind of thing, I'd probably go to.
What's your go-to post-race food or meal?
Oh, anything I can get my hands on, probably. Yeah. It's a good one. Anything really. I mean, I would always celebrate with some alcohol. I know that. Scotch or a beer. It's definitely on the list. But today I've got home and I've just eaten what was in the fridge basically, which was yesterday's chicken. But no, anything really, anything I can get my hands on.
So the last one before the bonus question: if you couldn't do your current sport, what would your alternative sport be?
Ooh, well, I think by doing triathlon, I have the benefit of doing 3 different things.
Yeah.
In my vlogs, I always sort of say I really love swimming, and I do. Even if I'm not training, I will swim because I just enjoy it for recovery. I find it relaxing. So I'd probably, swimming is probably up there, the one that I'd try and keep doing. If I can run or cycle or swimming, certainly, yeah.
Okay, so because you do multi-sports, I've got a bonus question for you. So out of the 3 sports, out of the 3 disciplines, which is your least favourite sport and why?
It's a tough one. Do I have a least favourite? I'm not sure I have a least favourite. I'm probably weakest on the bike, if I'm honest. I suppose it depends. Like this morning, I hated the swim because it was absolutely freezing. But I don't really have a one that I hate or at least, I'm not. I can't really.
So you enjoy them all about the same.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I can't say I hate any of them or detest any of them. Cycling's great when we've got a place out in France and we're cycling out there. Just it's lovely. Regardless of your training or not, just going out on the bike, I think is great. And like I've said about the swimming, I love swimming regardless if I'm training as well. But running, I think is harder on your body. Yeah. It's a lot, it's a lot of impact you take. So I think you have to be a lot more careful with it when the other 2 sports. So, so for me, I mean, that's the one I'll probably do least of out of the 3, but it's more managed. So I'll probably run 3 or 4 times a week. But I'm very careful about what I do in those, particularly as I'm getting older.
Fair enough. Well, thank you for taking the time to have a chat with me. That pretty much wraps up all my questions.